competitively. So this is a game that we've got to play hard. We've got to pay attention. For Jenison tonight, you got to look for Voorhees, about 13 points per game. Deckinga at 9 points per game. Casma and Casma at about 10 points per game. Those are the key players that we got to watch. They'll play anywhere from 6 to 12 people, Jim. So I don't know if they're trying out new rotations or what, but they play a lot of players. They also have balanced scoring.
Well, we'd like to introduce to you now the starting lineup for the Wildcats. At guard number 21 is Mike Perkey. He's a senior. The other guard is Brett Deckinga, number 44. He's a sophomore. One forward is Ryan Voorhees. He is their leading scorer. Number 22, a junior. The other forward spot, number 34, Nate Tasma. He's a junior as well. And then center is number 40, Daniel Mars, a senior. Now the Buccaneer lineup being introduced. Senior number 20 at point guard, Andy Rogers. At forward, also a senior number 11, T.J. Burdick. At another forward spot, number 25, Zach Vandermeet. And at guard is senior number 33, Josh Walters. And at center, junior number 54, Josh Carter. Of course, the Buccaneers are coached by Craig Taylor. He's assisted this year by Nate Carter.
You know, Jim, the Buccaneers have 3 players that are really on the move lately. Burdick, over the last 5 games, has been scoring 14 points per game. Season average is 12. Walters, 20 points per game over the last 5 games. Season average, 12.8. Vandermeet, 14.5 points per game. Season average, 11 points per game. These guys are hot, and they're moving it. And if these 3 guys can keep up that pace tonight, Grand Haven's going to have a great game. Another couple guys off the bench that are key. One guy off the bench that's been key lately is Nada. He's done a really good job off the bench. He had that kind of breakout game in the overtime thriller, the 4 overtime thriller. And since that time, he's been averaging 9.5 per game, 9.5 points per game. And only about 5.8 points per game during the season. So we've got some players making key moves at key times in the season. I think that bodes well for us tonight.
Indeed it does, and the Buccaneers are on a 1-4 of their last 5 games, so they're on a bit of a tear here as they approach the latter part of the season. And we're about ready for tip-off here, and this game is about to begin. Controlled by the Wildcats. This is Voorhees with the ball. Just gave it up. He's the leading scorer once again, 17 points per game. He also was the leading scorer the last time these 2 teams met, as he and T.J. Burdick each had 17 points. There's a kick. It'll stay down here with the Wildcats.
Jim, Grand Haven's been a first quarter team this year. It's their highest scoring quarter. They've got to get off to a good point, a good start, but they want to make sure that they don't leave it all on the floor in the first half. They've been a little slow in the second half. That's hurt them some this season.
Pasma's looking for somebody to inbound the ball to. Gets it off just in time. 10-point jumper, or 10-foot jumper, I should say, for Brett Deckinga.
That'd be fun to have a 10-point jumper.
It would indeed. Deckinga, as we mentioned, is a sophomore, the youngest player on the court tonight. Inside, Vandermeet.
Tough clip.
This rims out. Tip up by Carter won't go.
Zach worked hard for that shot.
He loves to play inside. That pass was a little too long, just off the fingertips of Ryan Voorhees, and the Buccaneers will take over.
Now, if the Bucks can concentrate on Ryan Voorhees, I think, and stop him, they'll be in good shape. They've got other scorers. They've got a lot of scorers around the 9 or 10 point per game, but Voorhees, if he's hot, makes a big difference for Jenison.
Burdick cutting to the basket, scores, and is fouled. Nice cut with a pass inside by Josh Carter.
That was a great cut. The pass was delivered there right on time, right down the lane, and he got fouled.
Exactly where it had to be, and now the game's tied at 2. And we'll stay tied. So Wildcats bring it the other way. Bring it up is Brett Deckinga. Mars thought about the long shot. Rebound to Carter, or to Walters rather. And Andy Rogers will kick it up to T.J. Burdick on the wing. There's Vandermeeden again, turns, spins, delivers. Kind of a foul over the back here. Going to go on the Wildcats, number 44, Brett Deckinga, his first personal foul, first team foul. Good position inside by Zach Vandermeeden that time. Walters thought about the three.
That's a good thought for him to have. He's been hot the last 3 games. I think he's had 5 points, or 5 threes the last 2 games, each game. There it is.
There's the triple, just like that. Josh Walters. Vandermeeden's tagged with a foul, his first personal, and that's the first team foul. Bucks up 5-2. Voorhees looking to drive and penetrate. Cut off at the pass by Walters. Might be a 5-second call. I just got rid of it. Asma looking to take his time and set it up again here. Timeout on the floor. Looks like an official's timeout.
Our clock is fouled up here.
Clock's not only fouled up, it's gone. It's blank.
Well, Jim, for once, they don't have power and we do. That's good.
We'll just, maybe we can remind everybody in the stadium here that the score is 5-2 in favor of the Bucks. I didn't notice the time when it went out. It was about, I think, down to around 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Well,
we're going to have to reset this.
We can thank our sponsors.
We can thank our sponsors with this timeout on the court. Great opportunity to do so. They are Denny Van Hall, sales manager for James W. Oaks and Company, DMAC Real Estate. The original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven. Rising Building Center, generations of experience helping to build the Tri-Cities for over 60 years. And the law offices of Skolton and Fanch, your full-service legal team in Grand Haven and
5:20. Okay. 5:20.
the officials are discussing with the coaches here. There are 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. And that's been put back up on the board.
They negotiated that successfully, very cordially.
And the score now 5-2. That agrees with our unofficial tally here.
First quarter, that looks right.
So we could be back in business.
And it'll be Jenison ball out of bounds.
Coach Dirk Wheeldryer for the Wildcats seems satisfied. He's going to go sit down. So we're about ready to get this game underway again. Small break in the action. Everybody gets a little bit of a rest, takes a breather. Here we go.
Jim, the officials did a nice job of sorting that out. The coaches were very helpful. Really good job there, taking what could be tense and making it just kind of a routine thing.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers with a steal by Zach Vandermeeden on the overplay, and the Bucks are down on their end, looking to extend that 5-2 advantage. Burdick will drive inside, scoops, won't quite go for him. A little short off the iron. Driving to the hole off the glass, that won't go down either. Nate Pasma took it the length of the court, couldn't convert. Walters is hounded in there by Wildcat defensive pressure. Here comes Andy Rogers driving inside. Instead kicked it out to Nate. I should say Josh.
I don't think Josh is going to take that shot there.
No, he's not. But Walters will take that one. And he hits. It's a 2-pointer. It's 5 points for Josh tonight. Bucks are up by 5 with 4:20 to go in the first quarter.
You know, Jim, he's got that look of a shooter now. He's confident. His follow through is really looking good. And he's even talking about how good he feels when he plays. And that's important.
Brett Deckinga drives strong on the baseline to convert his second basket. 4 points for him and cuts the lead to 3. 7-4 Buccaneers. Aaron Mataberg's getting ready to come in for the Bucks. Probably to give Carter a rest, I would imagine. There's a double team and a foul. Let's see who that one's going on. Looks like it might be on Perky. And it is. First personal on Mike. 2 team fouls coming in for the Bucks. Aaron Mataberg, number 30, and number 10, Matt Beening.
You know, Jim, as I was seeing that happen, I was thinking that that was a lot of dribbling and not a lot of passing. You know, it's not something the Bucks are known for. Usually they're really crisp passing, really crisp screening, and that shows you what happens if you aren't careful. You get trapped over here at the timeline.
It's like a third defender almost. And a steal by Ryan Voorhees. We've got a blocking foul called on Burdick. That was close. That was close. At that last time out, a couple of substitutions came in for the Wildcats. Number 12, Clay Bundy, and also number 23, Brady Wilson. Once again, we'll spot that Buccaneer lineup for you. Matt Veening in there, Josh Walters, Zach Vandermeeden, TJ Burdick, and Aaron Madeberg. Traveling violation before the shot and bucket. It'll be nullified. 3:33 to go. 7-4 in favor of the Bucks. Zach Vandermeeden getting ready to trigger the inbounds pass. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. Looks like they have a blocking foul called on TJ Burdick. Well, that's unfortunate. That was away from the action. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but Burdick's going to take a seat as Carter comes back in. Also checking in, Chris LeClaire, number 22, and number 40 in the game, Dean Nauta.
That's a tough foul because TJ is probably going to sit now for the rest of the first quarter.
Yeah, he'll be sitting for a while, and that's unfortunate. He has a couple points. Walters is the leading scorer for the Bucks at this juncture with 5. Dribbled off his foot. Brady Wilson turns it over. And with 3:05 to go, here come the Bucks. Veening's playing over there with, looks like he's got some stitches over his eye. I understand there was a bit of an accident at the practice yesterday afternoon.
That's how the bad boys used to practice, the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
You could survive practice, you're probably going to win a game.
I forget who it was he collided with, but in any event, he's feeling well enough to be out there doing the job tonight. LeClaire penetrated inside, dished off, and almost had that pass intercepted, but it was a turnover for the Wildcats, and the Bucks will maintain possession and a 7-4 lead with 2:37 to go in the quarter. Rogers and Ryan Goldman are getting ready to come in for the Buccaneers. Nauta gets open, puts up a 3, little short. Nothing but Wildcats down there in the rebound department. Nauta did a nice job of cutting Bundy off. There's a 3-point effort, which is good. For Brett Deckinga. Boy, he's lighting them up. He has 7 points, leading scorer in the game right now. And the game is tied with 2:06 to go at 7 apiece.
The Bucks are way out of sync right now. Way out of, what a
Nice job by Walters to strip the Wildcats' Ryan Voorhees of the ball. He maintained possession though, and as he went up, he was sort of tackled by Matt Veening.
And I think Matt might have been the other person.
We're going to take a look at it, yeah.
There's the block by Walters, great block, and there's Veening finishing the ball.
Yeah, actually takes the ball right away from him on his way down. So Voorhees will be at the line shooting a couple.
I think when we look closely at Veening's face, we might see that he was the other person in that collisions.
Well, it looks like the foul pays off because he misses the front end. And Ryan Goldman's in the game, number 24. Voorhees hits the back end, his first point of the evening. Wildcats up by 1 now, 8-7. Voorhees will take a seat.
The Wildcats have done a good job of really shutting down the Hayward offense. Usually they score about 15 points in the first quarter. They're not going to get there tonight. They'll be lucky to get to 10, the way they're playing right now.
Well, you can see the full court pressure. They're all over the place. Comes Zach Vandermeeden back in the game.
They look way playing out of sync, Jim. They're not screening well. They're not passing well. They're not getting good looks. Shooting very poorly.
And yet with 1:49 to go, it's 8-7. Bucks only down by 1. That one came up way short.
Two air balls in a row.
That's right. Off the mark was a shot by Nick Kazma. And the fans are kind enough to remind him that that was in fact an air ball, so just in case he didn't notice on the first time. Minute 28 to go, Bucks down by 1. Zach Vandermeeten inbounding the ball. Here comes Goldman. He can outrun that full court pressure. Fastest Buccaneer on the floor right now. Nauta will take the baseline, shoots. They're waving it off. Got a foul before the ball went up.
23.
That's on Brady Wilson, his first personal. 4th team foul.
They got a good shot there. The difference was movement. They had good movement up the court. They filled the weak side and really get a good shot.
Carter double team, so he'll kick it out. Right back down low. Back to Carter, lost the handle. He'll step in again. Oh, he almost was called for a foul on the reach in there. Hold it over the back. Driving to the hole and dishing off is Brady Wilson. .45 seconds to go in the period.
Steal by Vandermeeten. Great steal.
He loves it down low. Oh, man. Not a call for the turnover. Traveling violation. And with 32 seconds to go, here come the Wildcats. Clay Bundy looking it over. And Mraz is in the game. Dished off. Bundy once again. Down to 10 seconds to go as the Wildcats look for the last shot. Cutting the baseline and scoring is Clay Bundy. 2 seconds to go, long pass to Goldman. He'll put it up and score! At the buzzer, nice pass. Yes, it wasn't. Although the Buccaneers are only down by 1, it's 9 for the Bucks and 10 for the Wildcats. It could have been worse as they convert on that basket with no time remaining in the first quarter. And with timeout on the floor, we'd like to thank our sponsors who bring you TV5 basketball. They are the law offices of Skolton and Finch, your full-service legal team in Grand Haven and Holland. Rising a Building Center, generations of experience helping to build the Tri-Cities for over 60 years. The original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven. And Denny Van Hall, sales manager for James W. Oaks and Company, GMAC Real Estate.
Jim, the good news in the first quarter was Jenison scored less than Grand Haven usually gives up in a quarter. The bad news was Grand Haven scored about half of what they usually score, and that's bad. Jenison beat them in almost every aspect of the game in the first quarter, and we need to see a lot more active Grand Haven team. We need to see a lot more energized Grand Haven team in this next quarter. Otherwise, it could be a long night for the Buccaneer faithful.
Well, the leading scorer in the game right now is Brett Deckinga. He has 7 points, including 1 triple. Josh Walters with 5 for the Buccaneers is the leading scorer on the other side.
You know, we've seen some little lapses here. That last series right before the quarter break, the guy in the baseline never should have been open. All they had to do was play everybody straight up, and Jenison doesn't have anybody, I think, that can break a Grand Haven defender down one-on-one.
Carter off the glass and in. That's his first bucket of the night. And puts the Bucks in the lead, 11-10.
Much more energized Buccaneer team on defense. That usually means good things.
comes the cutter. He spins. A couple guys on him.
Take your pick.
Yep, one will be called for the foul. And it's going on Josh Walters. His first personal foul. It's the 15th foul for the Bucks.
Here you see the replay. Nice pass inside. 14 gets all the way down the lane. 3 people collapse on him. The rest is history. That was a good defensive series by the Buccaneers. Right up until the last minute, the guy shouldn't have been able to get to the lane, but when he got there, there was help. So not a bad defensive series at all. Much more energy.
Klotz missed the front end. He'll be shooting another here, looking to break into the scoring column tonight. And misses that one as well. Nauta with the rebound. And I guess you'd say that was a good foul.
Yeah, if they're not going to shoot free throws.
Got nothing.
Circus shot by Zach Vandermeeden all the way in. Yeah. That's one way to get your team energized. You know, go in, get yourself energized too. Go in, go hard to the basket, take the hit, get to the foul line. It's a good decision by Vandermeeden.
Brian Voorhees is tagged with the foul. So each team has 5 now. Vandermeeden hits his first point of the night. Into the game for the Wildcats is number 34, Nate Pasma. He returns. Ooh, just rolled out of there. So the Buck lead is 2, 12-10, 7-11 to go. The cutter will put up a shot and draw the foul, and that's Mike Perkey going on Andy Rogers. His first personal, 6. We'll take another look at it here.
See the cutter, nice cut by Jenison player and a foul in there by Rogers. It was Mike Perkey on the cut, now at the line.
Cuts the deficit for the Wildcats to 1. He'll attempt to tie the game right here. 2 points for him tonight. And with a tie game, 7:05 to go in the quarter, or in the half, I should say. Here come the Bucks. Rogers needs to get rid of the ball. Might have been poked in the eye by the defender. Craig Taylor wants a timeout. Instead, Vandermeeden will drive. Rebound, Carter. Nope, they're waving off the basket. Calling a foul on Josh Carter. And so the basket's disallowed, and to make matters worse, Carter draws the foul, his first, and that is the 7th team foul. So we'll be at the other end with the Wildcats shooting 1 and 1. That's a big turnaround there.
Well, I like to see Carter active like that. You know, I think it's good when the big guy works hard, when he moves people around, gets shots. I want to go to him more.
Rebound to the Wildcats, rejected by Carter.
He's everywhere, Jim. Everywhere you want to be, look for Josh Carter. He's in your way.
Yes, he is. Playing with a high level of intensity tonight. You can see it on his face. Once again, the score's tied. 6.5 minutes to go in the half. Tied at 12. Kind of a low-scoring affair so far. Each team feeling each other out here. Long distance shot, which is off the mark for Perkey. Rebound again. Oh, this time comes off to Nauta. A lot of green jerseys in there.
Two big pushes in there. 2 big pushes.
Walters for 3.
Oh, little flat. Flat.
Rebound, Vandermeeden. He looked to take it inside, but there were 2 or 3 guys in his way, and he thought better of it. Beaning will kick it down low to Carter. He shoots, and this time he converts, and he'll be at the line, shooting 1 more. That one's going on number 40 for the Wildcats. Daniel Mars, his first personal foul.
Here it is, the replay. During that whole series, Coach Taylor was calling post exchange. They got exactly the shot they wanted. Carter converts.
three-point play.
If you're a coach, you're proud. You know, you got to be happy when your guys do what you want.
Yep, 5 points for Josh tonight. I have a foul out front on
Nada grabbed a piece of the rock there.
Yep. And of course we have the bonus situation. So at the line for the Wildcats, it's going to be Mike Perky shooting 1 and 1. Last bonus opportunity the Wildcats had, they missed on the front end. Perky has 2 points tonight. And converts on that one. Ryan Goldman back in the game for the Bucks. And Dean Nauta will take a seat. One more for Perky. Misses this one. Karam's off to the Wildcats. Nope. Might be Buccaneer ball. It looks like we are staying down on this end.
That's twice here, Jim, just recently where we've been unable to control the rebound on our defensive boards. And that's
the Wildcats seem to be everywhere on rebounding tonight. Haven't seen a stat on that, but they have to be leading in that category by a substantial margin, I would think.
And it's been offensive and defensive.
Beaning almost with the steal. Looking inside is Mars, doesn't find anybody, but finally does. And that was Pasma.
You know, Jim, defensively, we've been really good on the first guy to the ball. We've been extremely weak on the cutter. They've been able to find the lane all day.
And with that basket by Pasma, the game's tied once again at 15 all. 5:12 to go in the half. Down inside to Carter. He'll kick it back out to Viening. A little isolation for Vandermeeden, and he scores. A little baby hook shot. Very nice.
Jenison needs to bring some help. They can't let him post up on one guy like that.
Yep.
It's going to be a basket 95% of the time.
He plays a lot bigger than he is down there. He loves the ball play down there on the baseline. It's a long distance effort for Wells, is wide. Ball slapped away at the last minute and controlled by the Wildcats. No foul. Here they come the other way.
I didn't hear much ball. I heard a lot of skin.
I did too. Stolen back as Walters gets it back at the other end. And we'll try it again. Chris LeClaire gets ready to report in for the Buccaneers, as does Andy Rogers. There's a three-point effort. Good! Josh Walters.
That was a tough shot because he was coming off a cut, fading backwards, still had enough juice to get the three up. That was pretty good.
Well, of course, he is the Buccaneers' leading three-point artist. He has 2 of them tonight with a total of 8 points. Baseline move. And an offensive foul. They'll be wiping that one off. The foul's going to go on number 34, Nate Pasma. That's his first. It is the 7th team foul.
Yeah, this is a good officiating too. You see things kind of balancing out. They're calling it the same way for both players, for both teams. They're doing a good job.
Chris LeClaire's in the game for the Buccaneers. Just reported in. Ryan Goldman in there. LeClaire almost drew a charging foul on somebody. Didn't catch who that was. Hit the floor, but he's back in it. Coach Taylor yelling post exchange again, wants to get it down low. Carter was kind of camping down there in the block, but we didn't get a chance to get it in there to him. Look for that next time.
Happy about that, taking that charge as he was running down the court. It reminds me of something I did this fall.
That's Goldman at the line. He'll be shooting 1 and 1. Connects on the front end. For Ryan, 3 points. Cool as a cucumber. There he is right there. Looking for point number 4.
Mr. Goldman is fairly gold from the line too, about, as I say that. 92%
he was shooting 92% coming into the game tonight, and of course you had to jinx him, Eric. Oh, we got a foul on the Buccaneers here. Driving to the hole was Ryan Voorhees, looking to add to his total, and that foul's going to go on Josh Walters. That's Josh's second, and the 9th team foul, which means we'll have a double bonus for the Wildcats for the remainder of the half with the next foul. 3:30 to go in the half. There comes Dean Nauta back in.
Now the Buccaneers have done a good job on Voorhees. You've got him for 1 point. Still
Yep,
1 point.
still has 1 point tonight. Their leading scorer, of course.
And about 17 points per game has been shut down.
Well, their leading scorer tonight is Brent Deckinga, but he's been scoreless here for the second quarter. He got all of his 7 points in the first. That one rims out of there. Rebound to LeClaire. Aaron Mataberg's getting ready to report in for the Bucks as we're under 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Oh, they're going to call Carter for the illegal screen, I'm afraid. Yep. That's 2 fouls on Josh, and that is going to be a double bonus now for the Wildcats. So clock stops with 3:21 to go, and we're walking to the other end, and 2 free throws every time for the remainder of the half. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, as a coach, you want to make sure that the big guys get good fouls, and you know that foul was not in that category.
Bucks are up by 6, 21-15. Voorhees looking to cut into that deficit, and does with the front end. Here comes Aaron Mataberg in as Josh will be done for the half. So with Carter and Burdick on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. The lead is cut to 4, 21-17 with 3:21 to go. Voorhees with 3 points now. Full court pressure again by the Wildcats. Nauta will bring it over the timeline. Rogers to the hole, scoops, will not go. Everything but converting on that one.
That was a great decision by Mr. Rogers there to take it down deep.
Had a nice lane right to the hoop. Couldn't quite convert. Here comes the cutter.
Great block. Stay with
was
it.
that was LeClaire. I think it's another, but I think this time he's going to be called for a foul. My goodness.
That was great.
That was
We're
a
going to see
tremendous
it.
block by Chris LeClaire.
See the replay here. Well, let's see. We're going to run it through.
Take a look. This replay's in stereo now, so
There
let's
it comes.
see that. Look at that block. That's beautiful. You know, the kind of blocks we're used to seeing Chris LeClaire deliver are out there on the football field.
He can elevate, can he?
Yes, he can. Of course, Chris is a speedy wide receiver for the Buccaneers during football season. Had some incredible plays last year that really set the tone for his season. Now he's out here lighting it up for the basketball squad.
I think he played some defensive back too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And now with both of those free throws converted by Deckinga, he has 9 points, leading scorer in the game, and the Wildcats are down by 2. My goodness. Rogers is mystified why there was no foul call on that one. He can't figure out, and instead stepped on the line, and the Wildcats will be heading in the other direction.
Should have been a jump if anything else. I mean, there was a tie up there. I think there was possession.
Andy looks a little miffed, but he's going to have to settle down now. Wildcats are looking to tie the game with 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
Jim, it wasn't that long ago. The Bucks were up by 6.
Yep.
And it kind of fallen on hard times here briefly.
Pass inside is picked off by Mataberg. Long lead pass to Goldman. Stops. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Nauta with the rebound, however. He'll put it up and draw the foul.
There we go. Good effort by Nauta to get that rebound. Good effort by Mataberg to get down there with the ball.
We might take a look at the rebound. There's Mataberg with the outlet. Here comes Goldman right at your camera here.
Good defense. Nice little block on the way up by the Jenison player. Nauta in there fighting hard for the rebound.
And he'll be shooting a couple. Connects on that one.
Nice touch.
That's his first point of the night. Gives the Bucks a 3-point lead with 2:05 to go in the half. And converts them both.
Nauta's been having a good second half of the season, Jim. Really come on. Valuable contributor off the bench.
But, oh, an offensive foul. Nauta was harassing Nate Pasma and just kind of irked him enough to collect that offensive foul. Let's see it on the replay here.
Here comes good defensive pressure by Nauta.
I will just watch him stick his shoulder.
Elbow and shoulder by Pasma.
Yep. Pretty frustrating. Foul was once again on Pasma. That's his second. And we have a double bonus in both directions now. And so now that'll put Zach at the line for a couple. With a minute 50 to go.
Pasma was saying, your defense frustrates me. Well, I think we'll be shooting 2 next time too, right?
Yeah, this is it. Right now we'll be shooting two free throws here for Vandermeeden. We have a double bonus going in each direction with a minute 50 to go in the half.
Kind of short on that stroke, not a lot of legs.
I think he could tell when he released the ball too. He kind of squirmed a little bit. He'll try it again here. There, that's all net that time. This is slow motion here. So Vandermeeden with 1 has 4 points tonight. Bucks back to a 5-point lead with a minute 45 to go. And Vandermeeden comes away with the ball. Ryan Goldman looking to penetrate. Not a, threw it away. And we got a blocking foul on Ryan Goldman.
Ryan Goldman.
Well, that's his first personal foul, but with the double bonus, we're going to have a couple going up for the Wildcats. They're down by 5 with a little under a minute and a half to go. At the line, it's Brett Deckinga. He has 9 points tonight, looking to go into double digits here. There's your blocking foul. Deckinga with 10 as he converts on the front end. And he'll convert the back end as well. 11 points for Deckinga, leading scorer in the game. Wildcats within 3. Again, that backcourt pressure.
Yeah, this could be close, Jim. Just got it over. Now they got numbers.
Inside to Nauta. Rejected, no foul called, and the Wildcats will bring it away.
Great block in there by Mars.
We got a foul called on somebody on the Buccaneer squad here. Well, it's going on Ryan Goldman, his second. And so, with 57 seconds to go in the half, time is out. And the Wildcats will be shooting 2 once again. At the line is Ryan Voorhees, looking to add to his 3-point total. Coach Wheeldryer talking to Joe DeCavers. Talking a little defensive strategy as Voorhees hits the back end of that. 4 points for him. And seeing his first duty tonight is Kurt Miedema for the Buccaneers. Miedema, number 14 in the game. He's a junior. Inside to Moderberg. Oh!
Nice look inside. Moderberg did the right thing, just went right up with it.
Well, only about 6 or 7 seconds have run off the clock. We're down to 48 seconds to go. Bucks up by 2. Moderberg will be shooting 2.
See the nice entry pass coming in here as Moderberg fills the lane. Just barely gets it up. Was fouled on the way.
A little long on the free throw attempt.
Moderberg hasn't been to the line that much this year, but he is 0 for 3.
Well, the Bucks are up by 2, 43 seconds to go in the half. Wildcats looking to tie it here. Another foul. This is going on.
Jenison will get 2 shots here, right, Jim?
Kurt Medema gets his first foul.
So Jenison will get to 2 shots. The clock stopped. Gives us 40 seconds to come down and score. Hopefully he misses one or both of these.
There's a replay of a foul there. Back to live action. Bundy hits one. Looking to tie the game now with 40 seconds left in the half. And he does. 4 points for Clay Bundy. Game is tied. Here come the Bucks once again with that full court pressure. Maderberg's going to have to get that ball over the timeline here. He's in trouble.
10 seconds.
Well, Vandermeeden got it over the timeline, but only to have it turned over. Pull-up jumper in and out for the Wildcats. Rebound up and good. For Daniel Mars, his first bucket of the night. 15 seconds. Bucks now down by 2. Rogers picks up his dribble. Nearly a steal by the Wildcats. Well, the Buccaneers are looking a little rattled with this full court pressure.
It's been an 8-point turnaround, Jim. They've not done well. They've not done well here at all in the last 2 minutes of this game. They've let a lead get away. They should have gone into halftime ahead. This does give the coach a lot to talk about at halftime, though. I think we'll see a different Buccaneer team in the second half.
Well, the ball's turned over with under 9 seconds to go, and the Wildcats will have an opportunity to add to their lead here. Bucks are going to have to suck it up defensively.
Just got to play good, straight-up defense. That wasn't the shot they wanted to let go.
Way off the mark was the shot by Ryan Voorhees, and the half is over. And the score, Jenison 26, Grand Haven 24. And we're going to take a break right now for halftime. We'll be back in just a few after a word from your sponsors. So stick around, won't you? And join us for the second half.
This presentation of TV5 Sports is brought to you by Denny Van Hall, Sales Manager for the Oaks Agency, GMAC Real Estate. And by the original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven. Risinga Building Center, helping to build the Tri-Cities for over 60 years. Fritz Auto Body, with complete body service, fiberglass, and metal repairs. And by the law offices of Skolton and Fant, your full-service legal team in Grand Haven and Holland.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Grand Haven High School. We're about to begin the second half of play. I'm Jim McLaughlin here with Eric DeLong. Eric, that was a pretty exciting first half, a little ebb and flow there. The Bucks just kind of receding at the end of that first half of play.
Yeah, Jim, really it was a game of lapses. You know, Grand Haven's got to find that magic in the second half that got them through those last 4 games and find style. You know, they've been real flat. They haven't been filling, they haven't been covering that well on cutters. They've been good getting to the first guy with the ball, but they haven't been very good past that. You know, Jim, even the fans behind us were confused in the first half. I could hear them saying, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up. You know, and I think that's kind of how the Buccaneers looked out there. They didn't know whether to go fast or go slow.
Almost a steal for Vandermeeden. Once again, the score is 26-24 as we begin the second half. Driving in, shoots off the iron, nope, rebound, and good. For number 22, Ryan Voorhees. That's 6 points for him. TJ Burdick's back on the floor. He'll drive, step inside, shoots, and scores.
Jim, that's a good sign, because one of the things that I think Coach Taylor had to do is kind of trade altitude for speed there, because he had so many people with fouls.
Rejection by Carter. Rogers, long outlet pass to Walters. No! Stolen by Burdick. Back to Rogers. And the Buccaneers will reset. Walters will drive inside, reverse layup. Yes, Josh Walters.
I could see that look at Walters' face. He was not going to be denied.
10 points for him as he ties the game with 6:40 to go. And just like that, the Bucks are back in it.
What I started to say.
There's the ball tipped away once again. Well, the Bucks are playing some good defense in
here.
Yeah,
they're fired up, Jim. What I was starting to say is that Coach Taylor had few options in the first half because he had 3 people, I think, with 2 fouls that he had to sit. And as they sat, the game kind of slowed down. I think we're seeing a better pace already. So the key is going to be can those 3 players stay out of foul trouble?
And we'll spot that starting lineup for you in here. As you know, Josh Walters is out there along with Vandermeeden, Josh Carter, TJ Burdick, and Andy Rogers. Buccaneers will bring the ball up. Rogers will drive across the timeline. All kinds of green jerseys on this end of the floor. Somebody must be open on the other side, or at least they were. Burdick looking to take Voorhees.
Much better movement by Buccaneers in the opening moments of the second half here.
Vandermeeden puts it up. No, rebound Carter, yes!
Carter is so valuable inside. Spin up the glass, and that was great follow-up by him. Great follow-up.
Good job on the offensive glass by the Buccaneers as they now lead 30-28 with 5.5 minutes to go. Almost another steal by Rogers. But Voorhees gets rid of the ball in the next time. Cutter inside. Nope. And before the shot, we have double dribble and a turnover on the Wildcats. Well, just like that, they're kind of starting to fall apart a little bit here. Buccaneer pressure's rattling them.
Buccaneers are playing hard. Pressure's good. Let's see how they respond to the press. You know, the press that Jenison put on when we had 3 guys on the bench was very effective at the end of the second half. End of the first half.
Inside to Carter, yes. Nice entry pass by Walters, too. Looks like that Carter has 9 points. We got timeout called by Dirk Wheeldryer of the Wildcats as the Buccaneers have moved out to a 32-28 lead with 5:08 to go in the third quarter. And with timeout on the floor, let's thank our sponsors.
Our sponsors tonight are Denny Van Hall, sales manager for James Yost Company, GMAC Real Estate, the original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven, Rising the Building Center, generations of experience helping the building Tri-Cities for over 60 years, and the law office of Stolten and Fan, the full-service legal team in Grand Haven and Holland. I think they do some work in Sprint Lake too, don't they?
Yes, they do, but they're all over the place. And they're here tonight sponsoring our contest, and we thank them for that. Leading scorer for the Buccaneers is Josh Walters with 10 points, close behind Josh Carter with 9. Leading scorer for the Wildcats is Brett Deckingus, so far with 11 points. Second leading scorer for the Wildcats is Voorhees with 6. Once again, the Bucks are up by 4. Well, make it 2 now. Oh, it's a 3-point basket. Now they're up by 1. Voorhees picks up 3 points on that.
Voorhees was quiet in the first half. You really don't want to have him get off tonight, especially in the second half.
Walters a little long, rebound to Burdick. Keeping it alive is TJ Burdick. Dish off to Carter, yes. Nice speed by Vandermeeden as he penetrated through the second quarter.
Gotta work!
Jenison does not have an answer for Carter. So we got to keep going to him every way. He's still in the lanes, he's cutting, he's playing hard. Got to ride the big guy here for a while.
Work!
And he challenged that shot. He challenged that shot too, which made a difference.
TJ's asserting himself on the glass also. That's helpful. It's good having him out there. He sat out much of that first half.
Okay, Carter's going down deep.
Burdick a little long. Rebound Vandermeeden. Going to be a foul on Nate Pasma.
That was Mr. Pasma again, Mr. Manners.
That's going to be his third. Matt Beating coming into the game as Rogers will take a seat, as will Vandermeeden. Nice round of applause for the fans. They're working hard. Bucks by 3, 34-31, 4:09 to go in the third quarter. TJ will put up a three. Little long.
Go!
Rebound just eluded Carter, and here come the Wildcats.
Carter did a good job at challenging the rebound without fouling. He had a shot at tapping it away.
Flipped up and in by number 12, Clay Bundy. 6 points for him. So again, the Wildcats to within one. Meaning double team. Moves out of it. Almost a foul against Mr. Burdick. Nada kicks it inside to Carter, who turns and scores. Josh Carter is on fire. 13 points for him, leading scorer in the game.
You know, why fool around? Just set it up and go to it. They can't stop it.
Hands,
Got a
hands!
good thing going.
Stay up, Matthew! Stay up, Matthew!
There's a three-point effort, and good. For Brett Deckinga. 14 points, he's now the leading scorer in the game. Coming at you there, Eric.
We'd like to be here near the action.
We do enjoy our courtside seats here. We're right in all the action. Next to all the action, anyway.
Mr. Burdick right in front of us now.
TJ looking good. You know, he's going to be playing ball at Aquinas next year. About a half an hour drive away, which will be fun for him and for his
Great
family.
school located in the heart of Grand Rapids.
Yes, and you know it well, don't you?
I do know it well.
Good job. Dean Nada with the ball. Oh, we have an illegal screen called on Matt Beening. That's his second personal foul and the first team foul of the half on the Buccaneers.
They got to move their feet, Jim. You know, that most of these, we've had, I think, 3 or 4 calls like that on the illegal screens. It's a matter of leaning rather than moving your feet, getting where you need to be.
Well, the score's tied at 36 with 2:53 to go, and here come the Wildcats. Carter's directing traffic defensively down there in the lane. Nice block by Carter. Almost grabbed that rebound, but the Wildcats maintain possession. Josh is a big presence. There's the overplay and the steal for Carter. I tell you, he is just dominating right now.
He is the guy.
Beening flicks the ball to Goldman.
You gotta love that effort.
Great hustle, great hustle.
Great job by Beening.
He'll put up a three. Little short. And we have a foul. I think that's going to be inside. Let's see here. 40 with a push. It's Daniel Mars, his second personal foul.
Nice steal here by Carter coming up. Nice overplay, gets right in there, gets the big hand up. There he's got it, one-handed catch.
He's got some big mitts, doesn't he? He's a big guy, 255 pounds. He is a huge presence inside. Ball tipped away almost. Goldman's going to draw a foul. Looks like it's going to go on Brady Wilson. And we'll stay down here for a while. That's indeed who it is.
The level of energy has escalated here, which is a good thing for Grand Haven.
Number 2 on Brady Wilson. Third team foul rather on the Wildcats. Substitutions for the Buccaneers.
Just saw the replay there of Dirk Beening and all of his effort to make sure that he got across half court, really good, strong play by Beening. Another score by Carter.
Carter again, 15 points for him. Lighting it up is Josh Carter tonight. He's having a great game. Leading scorer so far. Bucks by 2, 38-36, minute 41 to go in the third. Well, there's a foul going on Vandermeer, and he can't quite believe that one. He seemed to be quite a ways away from his the fellow he was defending.
They kind of like, I think, a low push on the turnaround there.
That's Zach's second foul and the second team foul.
The key thing is no one's got 3 yet for the Buccaneers. So far, foul trouble for Jenison is Pasma was 3, right?
Yep. There are half a dozen Buccaneer players with 2 fouls, but nobody with 3. Kazma gets his first point tonight, and a second. Ties the game at 38 once again. Minute 25 to go in the third quarter.
33.
Carter, once again, Oh my!
Now they're trying to front and back him, and they can't stop it. That was a great entry pass, a great catch by Carter.
He is in the zone. You got a good thing going, just keep working it.
I hope he can play the rest of the game.
Well, I think that Coach Taylor's just going to leave him in. He looks a little spent right now, but I'll tell you, when you're playing like that, you might as well just keep riding that horse. TJ Burdick comes out for a rest.
The one thing you might want to be careful of is that he doesn't get three-point basket.
That was a three-pointer for number 42, John Faraz. His first points tonight.
The one thing you might want to be careful of if you're Coach Taylor is if Carter gets too tired, he may not move his speed. He may do something on defense that could cause him to foul, which could be a problem in the long run. You want to keep him fresh.
Rogers thought about the three. Vandermeeden will drive and score. Zach Vandermeeden. 6 points for him.
Vandermeeden loves that baseline. He's a very effective player there.
He owns the baseline. I tell you, he plays like about a foot taller than he actually is in there, too. He's a tiger. Turnover by the Wildcats. Bucks nursing a 1-point lead with 33 seconds to go in the third period. And they'll be bringing the ball up court.
Got the ball.
Here comes some more of that full court pressure by the Wildcats. Kind of rattled the Bucks at the end of the second quarter, but not now.
Just more token pressure. It'd be nice if we could get either get Carter low or get Walters for a three here. Would be the 18 seconds that are left.
Carter. Oh my! Stripped of the ball by Mike Perky. That was
what a play.
Inside, nope. Vandermeeden with a rebound. Kind of tussling in there with Clay Bundy as the quarter ends with the Buccaneers on top, 42-41. That's the end of 3 periods. And it doesn't get much more exciting.
No, that was a good turnaround, Jim. You saw a great effort by both teams, actually. And the thing that Grand Haven did is they were not affected by defensive pressure, and they were able to assert themselves in this quarter more than they were in any quarter in the first half.
18 points, which is their biggest point total for a quarter tonight, and really more on par with what they're able to do on a quarter-by-quarter basis on average this year. They're actually a little ahead of that, so they really did come out of the locker room after halftime with a whole another level of dedication.
Well, they were fired up, and it showed, and they were able to a little bit of a three-point turnaround here, I think, right?
Yep, they were down by 2 at the half, and now they're up by 1 with 8 minutes to go.
Now they're going to have no lapses in this quarter. Jenison is going to play all night tonight. They haven't always done that this season, but they're going to stick around tonight. So Grand Haven's got to be sure to come out and play an extremely careful, flawless, really good fourth quarter here. With a lot of energy, the same kind of energy we saw with people on the floor, flying all over the place, devil may care, baseline drives, going down low to big Josh Carter.
And as you pointed out, none of the Buccaneers in foul trouble, really. We have a half a dozen or so with 2 fouls apiece, but nobody with 3 or more, so they can afford to play aggressively.
Yeah, as a coach, you're in a great spot right now because you can just lay it on them.
Well, this is it. Inside to Carter once again. Up and in. Josh Carter, unbelievable. 19 points.
Come on now, play down there.
Coach Taylor's excited. He's going to have some defense in here, however.
That was almost a 3-point play there.
2.
It was.
Gotta be ready, goal.
TJ Burdick. Indeed it is. That's his 3rd.
It's okay. He's got 2 more.
Come on, goal.
14 fouls, so nobody's at the line.
Water.
Gonna take a look at that.
The Bucks have got to get some separation, Jim. I mean, you don't want to let the Wildcats be this close. They've got too many good 3-point shooters. You just got to get some separation. So a stop here is really important.
Oh my, they're gonna call TJ for the foul. That's too bad.
That's gonna hurt the separation theory right there.
Yep. That was a very close foul, and could just as easily have been let go, but TJ will have a seat with 4 points and 4 fouls.
We were talking before the game, and I know that Burdick's got a bad ankle.
He twisted it in practice, and he's been hobbled a little bit tonight. Not his usual self out there.
Well, that worked out okay, turnover. So here comes the full court pressure. Now, you know, Nada's been very effective in this role against pressure. So and the rest of the Buccaneers have done well. So no trouble with the pressure that time.
Vandermeeden spots for the three. Off the mark.
That would have been huge.
Would have lit a fire into the crowd, but we're heading in the other direction, and the pull-up jumper is good for Mike Perky. 5 points for him tonight. Just like that, the Wildcats are back within one. Nada inside to Carter. Out to Rogers, who spots for three.
There we go.
How about that? Andy Rogers' first bucket of the night is a triple. 4-point advantage for the Buccaneers. 6:25 to go in the game.
The great thing about this effort for the Buccaneers, Jim, is that everyone's contributing some way, defensively or offensively. Everyone's got a stake in this game. It's really great to see.
Bump back! Bump back!
Coach Taylor yelling defensive instructions. Bucks playing it tight. Here comes Viening back in the game.
Tough! Tough!
Gonna have a 5-second call here. Nope, not quite. Leaner won't go. Rebound Vandermeeden.
Good defense. They filled the lane right when they had to. Made that a tough shot.
Had Walters open for a second for the three, but
Walters down deep now. He should be open.
Bucks moving the ball well.
Carter needs to show for the ball. Carter needs to show for the ball right now.
Vandermeeden steps in and scores!
Oh, baby.
Zach, what are you doing? Beautiful.
Yeah.
8 points for Vandermeeden.
Now we're starting to get that separation. There's 6-point separation. Good
Yep.
timeout by a Jenison coach.
Yep, Will Dreyer calls the timeout with the 6-point deficit and 5:18 to go in the game.
Everybody's playing hard on the Buccaneers team. Jenison just doesn't have the horses to stay with an effective offensive and defensive effort. That's what we're seeing right now out of the Buccaneers, Jim.
Leading scorer for the Bucks, as we mentioned before, is Josh Carter. He has 19 points, and he's just been on fire tonight, especially in the second and third, especially the third quarter. And he's just leading the horses here right now. Pretty balanced scoring for the Wildcats, with Deckinga with 13 and Voorhees with 9. And then Clay Bundy with 6, but everybody else has a pair of points apiece, spreading theirs around.
You know, Jim, if I were Coach Taylor, I'd want it in that timeout. I'd want to talk to Mr. Carter, Mr. Josh Carter, and say, "Come on, guy. You know, suck it up. Let's go. You're having a great game. Show me you want the ball." And they've proven tonight they can get it to him. And I just keep going with that. And that's going to open up somebody outside. Walters or Nada or Rogers or somebody's going to have an outside shot.
There's a wide open three-point effort. Off the mark and rebound to Carter. Who else? Viening inside to Nada. Puts it up and in! Dean Nada!
That was a great look by Nada. He looked the guy off, let him go by. Excellent basket.
That play was made by Viening, though, with the penetration and bringing the ball up court. Here comes Chris LeClaire. Walters was open for a moment on the wing.
Okay, now for the first 2.5 quarters, Jenison set the tempo. Now Grand Haven set the tempo. They're running the ball up, they're moving fast.
With 4 minutes to go in the game and an 8-point lead, the Bucks can control the control the tempo, but there's a turnover. Yeah. Up and in for Perky, 7 points for him, and all of a sudden that advantage is only 6. And we got a timeout called by the Buccaneers.
That was an unfortunate turnover there. Looked like a kick to me. If we'd been playing in the backyard, I would have called you for a kick on that.
But instead, we're going to hear about our sponsors.
Speaking of legal things, the law offices of Skolton and Fant, your full-service legal team in Grand Haven, are one of our sponsors. Also, Rising Up Building Center, generations of experience helping to build the Tri-Cities for over 60 years. The original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven, and Denny Van Hall, sales manager for James W. Oaks and Company, GMAC Real Estate.
While we were away listening to our sponsors being reeled off, we had the cheerleaders out there performing one of their routines. We'd like to acknowledge them at this time. They are Felicia Flores, Audra Jobin, Rachel Duquette, Jill Waringa, Katie Henneke, Amy Nelson, Stacy Crawford, Jessica Manglos, Justine Everman, Paula Whittick, Jill Weller, Kim DeMars, Danielle Ohm, Alicia Kokema, Megan Neismer, Lindsay Hune, Kelly Schmidt, Megan Cunningham, Melissa Doyle, Katie Vanderhook, Lindsay Carter, Jenny Swistak, Megan Mehmet, Christy Tasker, Emily Schrader, and Abby Sloan. That's a mouthful for you.
That
26
was,
of the cheerleaders.
You did that, and you know you did that in one half of a timeout too.
And of course they're coached by Terry Metzger. I understand the cheerleaders won a competition that they were in last night, the Red Hawk tournament.
Wow.
Not sure exactly where that was, maybe in Cedar Springs.
Cheerleading is a sport.
And they won last night. I understand they have another competition tomorrow. They're doing very well once again this year.
They're well coached, well trained.
Inside Monteberg. Woo! He was nailed on that attempt. He'll be up there shooting a couple. Once again, the Bucks are up by 6, 51-45. We're down to 3:49 to go.
Was that Mr. Voorhees? It was.
Yes, it is. It's only his second foul, though.
That was a good foul. You know, it's
Make Aaron earn it. Made that one look easy.
right.
That's his first point tonight. Here comes Zach Vandermeeden back in the game.
here you see Montford going to the basket, pass in. He's up and he's fouled by.
Well, not much that Voorhees could do there except foul him, huh?
That was a good foul.
Yep. Rims out of there. 7-point advantage for the Buccaneers. 3:45 to go.
A stop here and a basket by the Buccaneers, and this game's over.
Got a foul called on the Bucks, however. It's going on number 25, Zach Vandermeeden. His third. Bit of foul trouble there for Zach. Coming back in the game for the Buccaneers is going to be T.J. Burdick and Andy Rogers.
So, Jim, you know, we've talked a lot about Grand Haven's strategy. You know, what we ought to be talking a little bit about what Jenison needs to do. And if I were Jenison, I'd be double teaming Carter. And if he were in, I would. And right now, you play everybody straight up, try to get a little more energy going on offense, but defensively try to slow it down. They can't let Grand Haven get much further ahead and hope to come back.
Well, the big horse is on the bench getting a rest right now. So back in the game is Burdick, Nada, Zach Vandermeeden, Andy Rogers, and Josh Walters. 3:39 to go.
Right now, Jenison's running two persons to the ball on the inbounds, hoping for the trap. That was very effective in the first half, especially with this lineup in for Grand Haven. Right now, their Grand Haven separation is getting, spacing's getting kind of messy. Makes it easier to defend.
Well, without the presence of Josh Carter down low, the defense is going to be playing this a little differently. Here comes Nada inside. No fouls called as he's tripped, and the fans want a call, but it's not going to be coming. There's a steal for Vandermeeden. He's going the other way, 1-on-2.
1-on-2. Will he take it? I think he will.
Steps in and scores! Zach Vandermeeden! Wow, what a play! Unbelievable. 10 points for Zach.
That was a great drive. Did a little jitterbug there.
And a foul. That's going to be on number 20. Andy Rogers, that's only his second, fortunately, 6th-team foul on the Bucks. Josh Carter getting ready to come back in. The line is Voorhees.
Voorhees is starting to assert himself here. Still way below his average point-wise, but he's getting to the line more now. Short again, he's been short his last 3 attempts.
Carter's in, and Rogers will take a seat with 2:44 to go. Bucks are up by 8, make it 7. Voorhees with 11 points tonight. Brett Deckinga is the leading scorer for the Wildcats with 14, by the way.
Very critical time here for Jenison. They can't let the Buccaneers score this time down. A stop here would be big for them.
Over the timeline comes Nada. Burdick is trapped. Passes it off. Bucks moving the ball well away from the trapping defense.
Walters has that look.
Yeah, he'd like to shoot. Ball tipped away by the Wildcats, and here they come.
Good defensive recovery by the Buccaneers.
Uh-oh, and the pass and the score, just when you said that.
A cutter, though,
Yep,
cutter. Again,
they hit the cutter.
The bane of our existence tonight.
Nate Pasma, yep, and with that score, the Wildcats cut the deficit to 5 points. It's 54-49 with just a little over 2 minutes to go in the game. And now each coach will try to settle his squad down.
This is the 10th time, Jim. But go ahead, you were about to say something important, I know.
Yes, I'd like to say we'd like to thank our sponsors who bring you TV5 basketball tonight. They are Denny Van Hall, sales manager for James W. Oaks and Company, GMAC Real Estate, the original Clover Bar and Restaurant in Grand Haven, Rising a Building Center. Generations of experience helping to build the Tri-Cities for over 60 years. And the law offices of Skolton and Fant, your full-service legal team in Grand Haven and Holland.
But now Jenison is thinking, I'm back in this game. There's a big difference between 5 and 9 points. You feel better about yourself. You just had a couple of good things go your way.
Guys, here we go.
The pressure's working. So, if you're, Jenison's feeling pretty good. Now, Buccaneers have got to break the pressure, and have got to
get to Carter.
I would go right down to Carter.
Yep, he's back in there. He's ready to go. There's only 2 minutes left. What are you waiting for?
But the key thing is, do not make a turnover and convert this time down. That'll make all the bad things go away.
Just gets it over the timeline. And
Carter
we're under 2 minutes.
That was a very difficult pass. Carter controlled it well.
Bucks looking to milk a little of the clock. Carter setting up down on the block. And a foul. It's going to go on Perky. That'll be his third.
Perky's played a good game tonight. I like his defensive skills. He's quick offensively.
That was a 6-team foul, so with the next one, the 1-on-1 opportunity will arise for the Bucks. Actually, the bonus going both ways. 1:28 to go. Buccaneers with a 5-point lead.
I think the Buccaneers' strategy is apparent here, Jim.
Work the clock.
Work the clock. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's why Coach Taylor is so good.
That entry pass was just off the mark.
Right.
On the overplay by the Wildcat defender, who I believe at that time was Voorhees. Buccaneers will inbound the ball in the person of TJ Burdick. Inside, Vandermeeden shoots. Oh, foul. He'll be at the line. 1:07 to go. Well, if he can convert these two, this is going to be a big advantage. 5 personal fouls on Perky. He's going to take a seat. He's done.
See, the ball come down low, working inside. We're getting a lot of this replay. So, I'm not sure exactly what we saw there, Jim, but what we did see was a great effort by Vandermeeden to get that ball up. Now, this actually worked out okay for Jenison. They knocked the ball out of bounds twice. Grand Haven had basically 3 offensive series. Now at least whatever Vandermeeden does, they get the ball back.
Reporting in for the Wildcats, number 20, Adam Wells, seeing his first action tonight. And Zach hits the front end. That was an important free throw. 11 points for him tonight.
Key free throw.
55-49, 1:07 to go in the game. Buccaneers on top. Vandermeeden adds to that total. Timeouts called by the Buccaneers to set up for the last minute of play. Coach Taylor's going to tell him what he needs to have done here to protect a 7-point advantage. As we've got 1:07 remaining.
Well, the Buccaneers came out of the fourth quarter and did what we said they had to do. They got some separation. They worked hard. They made it their quarter, their game, played it their way, and really took over a game that Jenison had controlled for 3 quarters. So they're in a great position right now. Now it's important to, they don't really want to foul here. Just make Jenison have a difficult time of scoring. It's really okay if they score 2 points. That's really okay.
Josh Carter leading the way for the Buccaneers with 19 points. He's followed closely by Zach Vandermeeden with 12 and Walters with an important contribution at 10.
Come on, Bird.
There's the drive inside, scoop, nope. That foul's gonna go, well, that may be on Burdick. If it is, he's out of here.
I think it's on Carter. I think it's on Carter.
That's his 3rd, and we're under a minute to go. Clock is stopped, a couple free throws coming for Ryan Voorhees, leading scorer for the Wildcats. He now has 12, leading scorer in the season, I should say. Brett Deckinga is the leading scorer for them tonight with 14 points, although Brett's been there for the entire second half. Voorhees with 13.
Defensive substitutions coming in for Jenison.
And the chess game begins, huh?
Begins. I think it's time for Jenison to foul.
Here we go, Burdick over the timeline. He's the guy they want to foul, and they do. TJ's the 2nd leading free throw shooter on the team with an 82% free throw shooting percentage, as I recall.
That play happened right in front of the Grand Haven bench and actually right in front of us. And you heard the bench calling for help because TJ was trapped. It's a little slow getting there with help.
TJ with 4 points tonight. Big free throws for him right here. 5 points for him. Breathes a big sigh of relief there. He'll get another opportunity. 57-51 is your score. 47 seconds to go. Buccaneers on top. Now on top by 7. Burdick with 6 tonight. Losing the handle is Chad Klotz. And here we go. Walters will drive and score. No!
Oh, no!
Missed the layup. My goodness.
Walters was too excited.
He was. So was I. 3-point effort. Off the mark. Rebound to the Wildcats. We're down to 23 seconds, 22 seconds. There's another 3-point effort. In and out. Rebound again. Jenison up and in. Timeout is called. That bucket will be credited, I believe, to John Mraz. 15.9 seconds, 58-53 is your score, and timeout on the floor called by Jenison.
Anything could happen, Jim, you know, and May. Now when they come out of the timeout, Jenison's got to foul right away. They can't have any time elapsed off the clock. We'll come down, hopefully miss 2, and then come down and shoot up a 3 quick and then foul again. So I don't know how much of that you can get done in 15.9 seconds. But that's Jenison's mission. After Grand Haven, you just want to waste 15 seconds. That's all you got to do.
Well, that's going to be easier said than done. The way the last minute of play generally goes is takes anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
When the game is close like this, that's what you'd expect. But a couple of big free throws hit by TJ Burdick there to move the Bucks out to a 7-point advantage, and now it's once again it's 5. With that last bucket by the Wildcats. And here we go. Josh Carter will inbounds the ball. Walters immediately fouled by Clay Bundy. He was the fellow that Jenison wanted to have commit the foul because he had none. Now he has one foul on him.
So there went 1.3 seconds, Jim.
Yep.
So now we're shooting 1-1, right?
Yes, no double bonus yet. 1-1.
Okay, so now Josh, if he misses this, that obviously is in Jenison's favor. They'll run it up real fast and try to shoot a 3.
With the next foul on the Wildcats, there will be a double bonus for the Buccaneers. So this will be the last 1-1 situation. Fortunately,
clutch free throw.
In the clutch, Josh hits the front end. 6-point lead now for his team. Calmly stands up there and drains the next one. 12 points for Josh. Big free throws here down the stretch for the Buccaneers. 3-point effort off the mark. Vandermeeden with a rebound. Nauta. Walters, this time he hits it. Beautiful. And that's the game, 62-53. The Bucks pull away at the end and win a big contest in the OK Red to move to a 6-5 league record on the season. Overall, 9-6 for the Bucks. A big win. 5 out of their last 6 victories for the Buccaneers. And it was a huge finish for them tonight, Eric.
You know, Jim, it was a great fourth quarter. You couldn't have asked for anything more out of your team if you're a coach. They came out, they played hard, they did what they had to do. They took over the game, a game that they hadn't really had control of for 3 quarters. So a great effort by the Buccaneers here in the fourth quarter. Keep it going with their winning streak. You can't ask for more from a team.
We'd like to recap the scoring for you. First for the Jenison Wildcats, Dan Mars had 2 points, 4 for Nate Pasma, 5 for John Miraz, 2 points for Nick Kazma, Clay Bundy with 6, Mike Perky 7 points, and 13 for Ryan Voorhees and Brett Deckinga with 14. Here's your scoring for the Buccaneers. Andy Rogers had 3, Ryan Goldman with 3, Aaron Matterberg with 1, 6 points for TJ Burdick tonight. Zach Vandermeeden with 12 points, Josh Walters 14, and of course Josh Carter, leading scorer in the game with 19 big points.
He was the difference in the game, actually. You know, he's kind of the one that got him fired up, especially in the third quarter and early fourth quarter. He just played his heart out and got everybody going.